The Fiery Beauty. In a small town on the edge of a dark forest, there was a legend about a mysterious woman who appeared every few years. The locals whispered that she was no ordinary person, a witch with breathtaking beauty and a fatal gift. Young men who met her would disappear without a trace, leaving behind only mysterious circles of scorched earth. Jason was new to the town. He never believed in such stories, dismissing them as local myths. One evening, as he walked into the cozy bar, he encountered the very woman everyone spoke about. She sat by the counter, sipping red wine, and was indeed stunning. Tall, with delicate features, emerald eyes that seemed to pierce through the soul, and lush black hair that shimmered under the candlelight. Their eyes met, and Jason felt an inexplicable magnetism. They began talking. She introduced herself as Evelyn. Her voice was soft, yet it carried an ancient secret. When she laughed, the sound reminded him of crackling fire in a quiet night. It seemed like the entire room around them faded away, leaving only this moment. Later, as they stepped out onto the cool spring evening, the air suddenly grew warmer, though it should have been chilly. The wind played with her hair, and her steps were so light it seemed she barely touched the ground. She suggested they take a little walk, and Jason couldn't refuse. They reached an abandoned park where the trees loomed like dark silhouettes against the moon. Here, she revealed her true intentions for the first time. Turning to him, she whispered words that Jason would remember until his last breath. "You're so hot." Her eyes glowed with a golden light, and her skin began radiating warmth that grew stronger with each passing second. When she touched his arm, Jason felt a searing burn. The fabric of his shirt began to smolder. He tried to step back, but his feet felt glued to the ground. Horror gripped his heart as he realized he had become the prey of this enigmatic woman. "Your time has run out," she murmured. And at that moment, her hair transformed into living flames, cascading around her like a fiery waterfall. Her skin shimmered, and her eyes turned into two bright golden torches. The attempt to scream died in his throat. Instead, smoke erupted from his lips. His skin blistered, and his clothes burst into flames without any visible cause. The pain was unbearable, but it didn't last long. Too quickly, the fire consumed him entirely. All that remained of Jason were his melted wristwatch and a circle of scorched grass marking their final meeting place. In the morning, the locals found the spot and shook their heads, adding another story to the long list of those who had crossed paths with the Fiery Beauty. Since then, no one dared enter that park after sunset. And Evelyn, she continued her eternal game, luring new victims before vanishing into the night, leaving behind only ashes and memories.